new set of notes. So make sure you have paper and pencil out, ready to copy these notes down. And that being said, here we go. These notes in particular are called area of triangles, quadrilaterals, and regular polygons, right? So we're going to study how to calculate the area of triangles, quadrilaterals, and regular polygons, right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to the definition of area, right? So the area of a figure, right? The area of a figure is the number of unit squares that cover the surface of a closed figure. So the area is these little tiny boxes, everybody, that fit inside the actual shape itself. So depending if it's inches, if it's centimeters, or if it's miles, yards, or if it's miles, that's how, and then one little box will make 1 unit squared, and then 2 little boxes, and 3, and 4, and 5, and then 6, and then 7, and those are the little boxes. So we have come up with shortcuts on how to come up with how many little boxes are in these shapes, right? The base times the height. The base times, right? We know that parentheses means times the height. And that's it right there. Okay. So next shape we have here is a triangle, of course, right? This is a triangle. Now, if you notice, a triangle also has, it depends on how you put up the triangle, right? But in this case, this is the bottom of the triangle. This here is the base, kiddos. This is the base. Let me use the same color that I used for base over here. So this is the base of a triangle, right? Well, just like a quadrilateral, the shape before, this triangle also has a height. How tall is this triangle? Now, there's a couple of ways to figure out how tall it is. If you find the mid segment between these 2 points here, and you go straight up, that's the height. It can be there. Or sometimes what they do in the sketches, they'll say this. They'll say, well, they'll go like this, and they'll go down like here, and they put a number here, and they'll say this is the height. Which makes sense, right? From up here to down here, this is the height, right? So, but in this case, I am going to put the height straight down the middle here. And I'm going to say this is the height of this triangle. So this is how tall the triangle is, the height, and this is the base, how wide the triangle is on the bottom, right? So the area is very similar to the area for a quadrilateral. So we're going to say the area is equal to the base times the height. But you're thinking, mister, a triangle has less space than a quadrilateral. It does. And as a matter of fact, kiddos, a triangle is half of a quadrilateral. Check it out. See, it makes 2. So to find out what the area is of only the triangle here is we're dividing the quadrilateral by 2. So the area of a triangle is base times height, kiddos, divided by 2. That is the area of a triangle. This is a trapezoid. And in a trapezoid, right here. In the trapezoid, we know that we have 2 bases, right? We know we have 2 bases for this trapezoid. use brown here. We have this base on top, well, which we call base 1. And we have this base on the bottom, which we call base 2. We have a base 1 and we have a base 2, right? So we have the top, which is a base 1, and we have the bottom, which is a base 2, right? And also, kiddos, we're going to find the height. How tall is this thing? So we have a couple areas where they might put in the height. The height can go straight down like here, like this. Remember, a height has to go straight up and down. If you're thinking, Mister, the height is right there, that's a slant. It's slanted. That is not the height. The height has to go straight up and down. So it can go right there. Or they can say to you, the height is right here, like that, right? But in this case, I'm going to put the height over here on the inside. So I'm going to say like that, straight down. I'm going to say this is the height right there, right? That's the height, okay? So the way that we find the area of a trapezoid is, what do you think? What do you guys think? Well, yes, you're probably thinking we have to include, we add the base plus the height. We do. So let's check it out here. So we're going to say the area is equal to, right, the base. We're going to add the bases together because it's not only one base, it's two bases, everybody. There's base 1 and base 2. So we're going to say, let's use brown here, base 1 plus base 2, right? And we're going to divide this sucker by 2. We're going to divide it by 2. You're thinking, Mister, what about the height? You're right. What about the height? We're going to multiply by the height. Oops. Can't fit it in here. I'll fit it in. I'll make it fit. There you go. Let us start here on the left side. It says find the area of each. And we're going to go with the simplest ones first. So this is a triangle. So I'm going to use these triangle notes right here. So I need a base and I need a height. So let me identify my base and my height. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here like this. Watch. I need my base and I need my height. Well, the base is the bottom of this triangle, so that's 35. My base is 35 yards. My height, it's telling me it's 39 yards. So 39. I have my base and my height. What is my formula for the area of a triangle? Base times height divided by 2. Okay, let's do it. So the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. 35 times 39 divided by 2. Okay, so let us use our calculator. 35. Let me do this. Watch, let me show you guys. If I use a parentheses, 35 times, come on, there you go. 39, close parentheses, I could divide the whole thing by 2. And I get 682.5. Okay. So my area is equal to 682.5. Now here we're using yards and we're going to say squared. Whenever we are finding the area of something, we are finding the square, right? Remember what I said? Square. We're finding how many little squares are in each of these shapes, right? How many little squares? But here, it's going to be half a square, right? And that's why we get halves sometimes. So 682.5 yards square. I forgot to put the yards squared. So let me see if I can delete only this one. Oh, damn it. Almost got it. Yards squared. And that is my solution right there. Okay. All right. Let's go look at this one here. Now this is a rhombus, right? A rhombus is a kind of quadrilateral, right? It's got 4 sides and it's got 4 angles, right? It's a quadrilateral. So I go back over here and I'm going to say, okay, the area of a quadrilateral, we need the base, we need the height, so its area is equal to base times height. Okay, so I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to say I need my base and I need my height. So what is the base of this rhombus here? 19.7. Comma, what is the height of this rhombus? Well, it tells you here on the side, 13 inches. Look at that. From top to bottom is 13 inches, so 13. So, let's see. The area of a quadrilateral says base times height. So, the area is equal to base times height. What base is 19.7 times 13. So I'm going to use my calculator. 19.7 times 13. 19.7 times 13. And I get 256.1. All right. So the area here of this rhombus is 256.1 inches squared. Right? We need to put in the measurement. You need to put in the measurement. 256 inches squared. Look at that. We have the first 2 examples. Let's find this next example. Again, we're finding the area. Well, what is this shape? Let's go back and look at our notes. Clearly this is a trapezoid, right? And the area of a trapezoid is base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 times the height. Base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 times the height. So here I need my base 1, I need my base 2, and I need my height. My base 1 is this top one here, right? 5.2. My base 2 is this bottom measurement here, 14.4. And my height is the distance between top and bottom, and that is 11. Right? So, area is equal to base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 times the height. Okay? So, area is equal to base 1 plus base 2. So, 5.2 plus 14.4 divided by 2 times the height, 11. Look at that. So let us put this into the calculator, kiddos, including with parentheses. Right? So, parentheses, what is it again? 5.2 plus 14.4. 5.2, and that's not where it's supposed to go. There we go. 5.2. Come on, Martinez. 5.2 plus 14.4. And the whole thing divided by 2. Now, be careful. I'm going to multiply by 11, but look what happens when I put times. See, I didn't want to put times here, because look, it's not times, doesn't go at the bottom. Time goes next to the parentheses, next to the equation, to the fraction. Oh my God, next to the division. Times 11, 107.8. So we get area is equal to 107.8. What measurement is being used here? Meters squared. There we go. Look at that. And that is the second example right there. Look at that. Perfect, kiddos. See? So we use what we have, right? We use what we have. We use our notes. We use our notes. Okay? So this says find the measurement. Find the missing measurement. Round your answer to the nearest tenth. So we're going to find the missing measurement. So this is a triangle. I know this is a triangle for sure. Right? So with a triangle, let's see. A triangle, I need a base and I need a height. Okay. So I need a base and I need a height. I need a base and I need a height. Well, this triangle's flipped over, right? So the base is right here, and I have no idea what that base is. So base is just base. How tall is this triangle? Well, from the bottom here to the top, remember it's flipped over, is 19.3. Right? But wait a minute, look, they give me the area. Okay, that works. So let's figure it out here. So let's say the formula says area is equal to base times height divided by 2. So the base, I don't know what the base is, times the height, which is 19.3, divided by 2. But wait a minute, look, I have the area, 264.4. So let me delete this sucker right here, and let me do 264.4. So I'm trying to solve for B. So the opposite of dividing by 2 is multiplying by 2. So 264.4 times 2. So I'm going to say here 264.4 divided by 2. Come on, divided by 2. 132.2. So I get 132. That's not a 3. 132.2, and I have B times 19.3. Well, that's 19.3B. And the opposite of multiplying by 19.3 is dividing by 19.3. And what is 132.2 divided by 19.3? 132.2 divided by 19.3 is round to the nearest tenth, which is 8. The 4 is going to tell the 8 to stay the same, 6.8. So B is equal to 6.8. There you go. Look at that. I have found the base. I needed to find the base. The base right here is 6.8 miles, as a matter of fact. 6.8 miles. It's MI. And I'm using the wrong color. And here. 6.8 miles. Right? Look at that. Okay?